Enochian.org back again. I'm going to talk about how to use spell oils and spell powders. A lot of people ask this, and I should have made this video years ago. Anyway, I sort of figured everybody knew, but not everybody might know. Also, I might include a few things people don't know. So, with the oils, you can dress candles with them. We all know this, right? But so you can dress taper candles with them. You can add them to novena candles. You can even add a little to tea lights. Yeah, that's cheating a bit. Does not work as well, but it can be done. You can also add a little bit to oil lamps. Rub a little on your hands, depending on the type of oil. Okay. The not so nice oils, rub on car door handles, doorknobs, stuff like that, of people that aren't your best friends. The nicer oils, you can rub on your hands and shake people's hands, especially the controlling oils. You can add things to letters. You can add some oils to letters. You can, depending on the type of oil, add it to your rituals tools. You can anoint yourself with these oils. You can anoint others with their permission with these oils. Well, or if they're an enemy, I guess when they're not looking. I don't know. I haven't bothered to try that one. Now, spell powders. Those you can put on somebody's chair, put in their shoes, put on a letter and mail it to them, put it on your hands and shake their hand, put it where they're going to walk, put it on their car seat, put it in their clothes, all sorts of things. So some compelling ones. But the compelling ones, you actually have to say something while you're doing it. You don't just put some compel stuff on their seat and walk away and expect them to suddenly do what you want. No, you're going to put on your hand while you're shaking their hand and tell them, I need you to hire me for this job. Or, you're going to hire me for this job, right? Or whichever. Or put on the resume, because the resume is pretty explicit what you're after. Love and lust ones, yeah, sprinkle on the bed sheets. You want to really enhance your marriage, a little lust powder on the bed sheets. You can sprinkle it, take somebody up to a nice restaurant, sprinkle it on their chair. With mine, you can sprinkle love and lust ones in their food. That's because mine are all safe to eat, just because I use organic herbs and natural ingredients. But I'd be careful, because you don't know if all of them have that kind of stuff. So you want to be careful. Some things are not edible. You don't want to go and poison people, really. I mean, even if they're your enemies, seriously, that's kind of illegal, you know? Anyway, so you can sprinkle the stuff around, letters that you send them. People always want to do distant work, so you can roll it on a candle and try it and burn it. And that can work, but does not work nearly as well in person. Mailing them a letter, mailing them a gift, mail them a book and dust the pages. Mail them a new pair of underwear and dust a little lust powder on there so they think of you. Some special ways you can enhance that lust powder, but I just talk to clients about that. But you can put two and two together, I'm sure. But they're different powders. Just use some tricks, use some ideas where people will walk, basically, where you want to spread the powders. Now here's the thing. Okay, so lust powder. And I've had people do lust spells on me. It's really funny. I've had people do lust spells on me where I can just tell somebody's doing it, because then I do the uncrossing and it stops. But I'm lusting, but over nobody in particular. So they forget that part. They forget to go and actually do the physical and flirt with the person. You know, you got to do the physical part too. And then I've had people do lust work. Well, at least that's what I think they're after, because they were flirting. And they just did work, so I thought about them. So yeah, I thought about them, but I wasn't thinking how they wanted me to think, I'm pretty sure, because I was not accepting their advances. So you kind of got to have the person thinking about you and in a certain way and lusting over you. So don't forget the different components. So you kind of have to be there in person. You don't just sort of leave it where they're going to sit and go away. You leave it where they're going to sit and talk to them for a bit. Don't overdo it. Now, here's the thing. Being a woman, living in a large city, I have to say, if you're talking to a woman and you've done 2 sentences and she's trying to avoid you and look away, move on. Just stop. Just stop, okay? Those guys that just non-stop are trying to brush up to you and talk to you and don't stop talking to you. Folks that do that drive me nuts. So, I'm sure for men too, I'm not a guy, I don't know. I'm sure it drives men nuts too. So when I'm talking to any complete stranger, if they're kind of not responding back and I've said a couple things, I just move on. Anyway, but if they're sort of responsive, you can do a little work. Sprinkle a little something in. Now, some people will try some lost magics to people who are not interested, not responsive. That might work, but do you really want that kind of person? It's better to have somebody that has at least shown some interest, at least on some level. But okay, so say you've done it and they start to show interest. Well, that's a good thing. But if you've done it and they still show no interest, and you just want to do stronger, 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 careful about that, it can hit you. Then you get all obsessed and stuff. Seen that. Anyway, so just doing stronger, stronger, stronger to people who are not interested. Just stop that crap. Seriously. Why? Go for somebody who is interested. There's how many billion people in the world? I know, get caught up in people. Who hasn't, right? Not like I haven't been caught up in people, but just, if it's not working, pushing harder is not going to work. Now, here's a good trick. Doing some glamour on yourself, or dressing a little better. I don't want to talk about wear t-shirts all the time, but anyway, still, it works. People are very visual and are very caught up in how people dress. Here I'm shorts and a t-shirt. But anyway, but if you dress a little better, give a reason for them to like you. Act more nicely. Find out their interests and do similar interests and talk to them about those interests, stuff like that. But don't just keep pushing harder with the magic and no physical along with it. And some people are just very resistant to magic. Now the awesome thing is you can call Daemons in to help out. But again, if the interest just isn't there, the Daemons can only go so far. For example, if you're not their gender or preference, I don't do that kind of work, but some people want to just change that up. Yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, that'll just be on my more unethical than did a lot of nasty shit list. But anyway, but I have not actually seen that work, fortunately. That'd be kind of rude. But also you could just, you could remind them of an ex that beat them. Who knows? So you gotta be careful with this kind of stuff. You can push a little, you can ask the Daemons to help, but the Daemons only go so far. And okay, here's a misconception. Some people will work with the Daemons because the Daemons will do anything, supposedly, including stuff that might harm ourselves. So some people believe that they will bring a certain lover we want to us, even if that lover will harm us. Now the Daemons are smarter than that. They know that they'll just make us miserable and unhappy, and we'll never work with them again. And they've just like screwed over some human. Most Daemons are pretty decent, if they like you, are pretty decent in general, and are not going to go about screwing us over. So they can see the past, present, and future in the person we want and in us. So if they see there's going to be some horrible, horrible conflict or horrible thing in the future, they're just not going to do that kind of work. Really, they're not. Not that there are spirits that are, but the Daemons, the Goetia Daemons and Verum and stuff like that, they're just not going to bother. So there's some magics that aren't going to work, especially in the love and lust thing. Especially if you're trying to get your ex back. Okay, if it's been 7 years since you've been with your ex and they left you, probably not. You never know though, sometimes, but probably not. That's just probably not the kind of work. So there's no more of those emails, thanks. Anyway, so that 30-day video I did before on doing work for 30 days. So doing work, some love and lust work for 30 days is awesome. Just to get a certain person more interested in you. But again, the work only works so hard. They have to have some interest, at least some interest there. Now also, here's a good trick, if you also do some work on yourself for that same 30 days and making yourself more appealing to that certain person. Because most people want a certain person. Now, if people come to me and say they just want an awesome person of certain attributes, I wish those kind of people would come for spell work, but No, it's usually, I need a certain person. So you could double up. Do work on yourself, spell work on yourself, like candles for yourself, to make yourself more appealing to that person. But in good ways. Like, you don't want spell work that's going to make you anorexic or something. So you just say spell work that'll make you more appealing to this person, but also to help yourself, growth along the path. So you don't want, for example, you to take up skydiving suddenly when you have some heart condition. That would not be good magic. So you basically want magics that help you on your growth in your own path, but also to be more appealing to this person. And the Daemons can help with that, and just general spell work can help with that. So double spell work, I always recommend that for people. And when I do client work, sometimes you have to do work on the client, good work on the client too, to have the client get themselves ready. How many people are looking for certain things to happen in their lives, but we're not open or ready for it yet? So we've got to work on ourselves as well as the other person or the situation. So always do the double work there. So you're always doing double work for everything. Anyway, here's my how to do work video. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, and share.